Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Trumpty, pronounced with an umpty. And oh, how I like to try to save you money. I like my oatmeal lumpy. My nose is big. My hair looks funny. Well, that's fact. That's fact. We can't get away from that. So anyways, let's dig into the thing that we got going on here with this. Has anybody got some mayonnaise for that ham beef sandwich I'm fixing to show you guys? Good, here it comes, dude. This is crazy. But first, a word from Elon himself, who has changed his name to Big Balls on Twitter X. He's like, now I'm Big Balls. I'm down with that. All right, guys, here we go. So the video that I want to show you here is Elon Musk at the White House, who is addressing the press, and they're speechless because, you know, he's like, well, what's going on? What's taking you so long to ask me questions? He says, I can't get any more transparent here. We're doing everything we can to be as completely transparent as possible and make sure that you're took very well care of.
So it looks like it's like a time warp. And then the speed, the limiting factor is the speed at which the mine shaft elevator can move determines how many people can retire from the federal government. And the elevator breaks down and then, sometimes, and then nobody can retire. Doesn't that sound crazy? There's like 1,000 people that work on this. So I think if we can take those people and say, like, you know what, instead of working in a mine shaft and carrying manila envelopes to, you know, boxes in a mine shaft, you could do practically anything else, and you would add to the goods and services of the United States.
You could do nothing. Just do nothing. Get away. So, you're fired. Go home.
Anyway, so I think, you know, that's an example. Like at a high level, if you say, like, how do we increase prosperity? Is we get people to shift from roles that are low to negative productivity to high productivity roles. And so you increase the total output of goods and services, which means that there's a higher standard of living available for everyone. That's the actual goal. Everyone's very quiet. Well, people normally is quiet?
Your detractors, Mr. Musk.
What?
Including a lot of Democrats.
I have detractors?
You do, sir.
I don't believe it.
Say that you're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government and doing it in a non-transparent way. What's your response to that criticism?
Well, first of all, you couldn't ask for a stronger mandate from the public. The public voted. We have a majority of the public voting for President Trump. We've won the House. We won the Senate.
Everybody wants this. This is pretty recent, by the way. This is pretty cutting off the block.
There should be no doubt about that. That was on the campaign. The president spoke about that at every rally. The people voted for major government reform.
Yeah.
And that's what the people are going to get. They're going to get what they voted for. And a lot of times, people, they don't get what they voted for. But in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about.
Thank you. Pretty simple.
Mr. Musk, the White House says that you will identify and excuse yourself from any conflicts of interest that you may have.
It's pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry, if you ask me. So we need more of this. We want this. This is what we want. Dude, the election was attempted to be maneuvered in a way that wasn't favorable to our outcome. And that's a very weird way to go around what we know it's what happened in 2020, but we overcame what they were trying to do in 2024, and Trump won the popular vote and the Electoral College by pretty decent numbers. Some would say it's a landslide. Okay, I'll take that, but it could have been better. But the thing about it is there were some problems that we had in states that weren't doing legitimate things. So maybe, third term, please. Anyhow, long story short, we're going to dig into the, you better get your ham and cheese ready because this sandwich of this ham beast is causing problems bigly. So here she is. Possibly maybe a Miss America. Gosh. I'm going to show you a picture. I don't know if this was what kind of filters they were using, but anyways, this is the Biden-appointed federal judge, Jeanette A. Vargas. Federal judge on Tuesday revised the restrictions on access on the Treasury's payment system and previously reported corrupt Obama judge Paul Engelmeyer, who looks real fiddly. Looks like he's fiddled a few diddles, if you ask me. Jeffrey Dahmer and him look like they could have been twin brothers. No joke. If you see this Engelmeyer dude. But anyway, issued an ex parte temporary restraining order forbidding all of the Trump appointees, including Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, from accessing Department of Treasury. It's kind of weird. It's a Treasury Secretary. You can't go in there, Mr. Treasury Secretary, or which I guess fair game when we block people like Maxine Waters, well known for being James Brown. Anyway, so you block us, we block you back. I'm like, fine, okay, here's where we're headed. But anyways, the case was ultimately assigned to the Biden judge for a decision, and the U.S. District Judge Jeanette Vargas, a Biden appointee, responded to the Trump admin's emergency motion to dissolve, clarify, and modify ex parte thingy-majingies. The Trump admin argued in a motion to papers the Constitution to the extent it applies to political appointees, in particular the Secretary of Treasury and other senior Treasury leadership, which means that Trump has full right to do whatever he wants with these people. He's the executive branch director guy. He's called the president. We've watched many other presidents fire whoever they wanted to, put who they wanted to. No opposition from anybody. Republicans didn't step in to do anything. Complicit. This is where I see the uniparty in full effect, because the Republican Party never stepped in to stop a lot of stuff that was going on that could have. If they can do this, if they can do what she's did, why couldn't the Republican side of us stop a lot of this in 2020? But anyways, I'll digress on that. However, it just gives these criminals more and more time to do what they want. Now check this out. There's nothing in the record indicate that prior to the 2025 any statute, regulation, or agency policy prohibited by the Secretary of State or any other Senate-confirmed officer within the Treasury Department senior leadership from accessing any Treasury Department payment record, payment systems, or any other data. And the systems maintained by the Treasury Department containing personally identifiable information and or confidential financial information of payees. Judge Vargas wrote in an 8-page letter. So what that means is that but their side gets to go in, but none of us do. None of the non-criminals get to go in there, but all the criminals get to go in there and erase all the information and cover up what they do. Let me show you a before and after. Less lefties. Check this out. Somehow or another, this handbeast right here, this Vargas, Jeanette Ann Vargas, is the same chick as this right here. What the hell? What happened? What? I mean, look at the smile. Look at the face. Is this the same people? According to this here, that is the evil Jeanette Vargas, as this woman right here. What happened? Was this like after we ran out of A113? The baby oil of the elites, and this was during that, when there was a plentiful supply of it, before Mel Gibson put a stop to 90% of this trafficking. So we ran out of that, and now this is supposed to be her, same chick. What happened? Oh my gosh, look at that. Anyhow, yeah, so there's going to be some appeals that'll take place. It'll take a while. It'll give the team time to regroup on our side. It'll give their criminal organization time to hide stuff and eliminate information. But maybe, hopefully, the people that are working for Elon Musk, the big balls team, have enabled some sort of faction of monitoring so we can keep an eye on these criminals. That's the best thing I can hope for. So maybe we'll be able to, maybe it'll lead us to the head honcho of trash. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin